Travis Barker calling Kanye West to ask about his involvement in the Bad Baby diss track is so dumb to me, because I'm like, you have not been fathering her this whole time. You've been letting her get herself into this mess. And he only steps in after the fact when it's too late and the damage has been done to his daughter. And honestly, as somebody who identifies as like kind of a fatherless bitch, I thought the whole point of having a father, specifically a father that makes you a Nepo baby, was so that this kind of thing didn't happen, so that you didn't end up in the streets with people like Bad Baby sending links to sonograms. These are things that I thought having a rich father, was supposed to prevent. What is he really doing? And it makes me think about, because I know her mother is like known to be less involved, but I thought about, first of all, her mother has not gotten as much heat as I thought I would think. But then I thought, oh, maybe it's because Travis Barker is the main parent associated with raising her. And then I was like, okay, so if he was a woman, would somebody then question his parenting enough for him to do something about it? Like, I feel like for a Nepo baby, she is severely underprotected and just like not secured in the way that even Kylie Jenner was much more protected when she was making similar choices. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, part of me is like, I don't know, maybe it wasn't quite so similar in the sense of, I don't think she was actively trying to start beef with people. But, you know, she was hanging out with Tyga. She was, like, getting into drama. She was there during the whole thing with Tory Lanez and Meg. She just has way better PR. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, who is missing? She doesn't have a Kris. She doesn't have a Kris Jenner. And I guess she also doesn't have sisters, and maybe that's part of it. I don't know, but I'm like, I thought the whole point of having a father was so that this didn't happen to you. When Bad Baby said, oh, I know about you, and I wouldn't tell you what color socks I got on, those two lines, for some reason, first of all, they're stuck in my brain. They just play on repeat. There's something so diabolical about saying, I know everything about you, and you don't even have a lick on me that you think you do. But also, just, I wouldn't tell you what color socks I got on. Like, that is just something, in my opinion, I don't think Alabama could come up with. And I know that, like, she may have, like, a ghostwriter. She may have, I don't know. It's not a fair fight, and it's not an even fight, and it's not a fight that we believe is a fair fight or an even fight in the sense of anything that Alabama says or produces. We're like, okay, but you have so much access to so much money that is not your own from that. So, like, this is not coming off. It's a lose for her. It's a lose-lose for her. But in a situation where, A, you're the Nepo baby, B, I'm not trying to, like, diss her, but she's less talented in the sense of, like, your songs are heard because you're a Nepo baby. Danielle was on Dr. Phil. She was really weird on Dr. Phil, and then she started making some decent music. But when she was 17, her music is rap. The same way many rap artists, rap is not something that tends to come to people late. It's something you'll notice if you watch a lot of, like, documentaries about the history of, like, rap and hip-hop. Most artists begin early, quite early, like 12. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, for Alabama to come to it, like, at the age of, like, 19 is pretty inauthentic, in my opinion, because she was doing, like, more Disney bop before. And Danielle's always been on this. Whatever this is, whether you're into this, like, I don't know. I don't know what to call it. It's an American brand of something. Alabama there's no situation in where she wins this. But also, that's why she never... It's so odd for her to be in this situation in the first place, and we all already knew that. Once you do get yourself into this quote-unquote predicament, which seems to be her favorite word, first of all, nobody expected her to get into this predicament, into this particular sandbox, but now that she's in it, she has to obviously try to win, but there is absolutely no way that she can win, which is why she should never have stepped in the sandbox in the first place. But clearly her parents are not really teaching her that. And so she's fighting back in a way where she thinks, even if she were to come out with the best song, people would say, okay, well, your dad's writers wrote that. There's no situation where she really gets the validation or clout that she's A, looking for, B, would need to like come off scot-free from this situation, C, that she began with. Like, it was Bhad Bhabie's a tough opponent and is in a culture vulture off because she can rap. She can rap and she can write. Oh, I know about you. I'm Canadian, so it doesn't hit the same. And part of my not curse of being Canadian, but when I'm trying to like imitate the way Bhad Bhabie says it, I feel like I'm putting on an inauthentic black accent that feels really weird to me. This is a white woman, but like, oh, I know about you. The way she says it is a way that's it's not authentic to me. You know what I'm saying? It's starting to get confusing. Anyway.